Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to another song review. Today we're going to be listening to two new artists on this channel, and that's Billy Idol and Avril Lavigne together. Whoever would have thought? The song's called 77, and if you don't know, I'm a big Avril Lavigne fan, and I find it funny because sometimes people comment on here and say that I remind them of Avril Lavigne, which I love, but yeah, I never would have thought that they would do a song together. I was just talking about Billy Idol the other day with my husband, and I was saying, I wonder if you guys on the channel would like Billy Idol, since we're kind of dipping into older music. And I feel like that's probably what I would have listened to back in the 80s, a more like rock, but more popish. So I'm very, very curious to see what this is like. So let's pop our headphones on, turn it up, and here we go. What is 77?
Every weekend, they hate us and they don't know why. No love from policemen, too fast to live, too young to die. Here come the teddy boys and the skins. I can see them walking up on the bridge. No, it's not a fair fight, it never is. But you gotta swing first and you better not miss. She said she don't wanna run anymore, don't care about going to heaven. She said
I feel like it's catchy. I don't like the echoey vocals though.
It's our lives in their hands. Same old thing, it's always been. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. They show their teeth, we kick them in. She said she don't wanna run anymore.
Ooh, I like a good drum beat.
About going to heaven. She said, doing like we did it before. Fight back like 77. Hey, hey, hey.
I have to look up 77.
77. Hey, hey, hey. Fight back like 77. Fight back like 77. Fight back like 77.
Let me know what 77 is in case I'm wrong. I don't know what to think, and I feel like I'm missing like a significant thing that maybe I should know, and that I'll probably feel stupid when I read about. So let's do that. Okay, so Google tells me, says 1977, which is what I assume that they're referring to, was a year marked by significant culture and political events. Jimmy Carter became the 39th president of the United States, the original Star Wars movie was released, and the New York City blackout occurred. The Apple II personal computer was also introduced, launching a boom in personal computer sales. Additionally, now here's where I think it's relevant, punk rock gained momentum with bands like The Clash and the Sex Pistols. So I'm going to dive a little more into that because I don't think they're talking about Star Wars or Apple computers. There's a Reddit page called "What the F Does Number 77 Mean?" in the punk Reddit. It's a way of describing punk that is not as heavy as street punk but isn't quite pop. It's definitely a reference to the year 1977. That year saw the release of many punk albums that forever changed the genre. The Clash Ramones, Rocket to Russia, Sex Pistols, Nevermind the Bullocks, Buzzcocks, Spiral, Scratch the Damned, Damned, Wire, Pink Flag. I probably sounded like a robot reading that. I just heard myself. I just didn't know which was the song and which was the band for some of these. So if there's any punk rock fans out there, please go easy on me. I am quite new to that genre. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it seems like that's the year that maybe it became more relevant, I guess, or just popular. Yeah, basically everything I look up says that 1977 marked a pivotal year in punk rock history, witnessing the emergence of several iconic bands and influential albums that defined the genre. Okay, so I didn't know that. It makes sense then. Fight Back like 77, because I'm assuming when something is new or, new to certain ears, that there's probably some kind of a pushback and a dislike and what is this kind of vibe. So now we know. But the song itself, like I said, it's very catchy. I feel like I'm going to have it stuck in my head. I didn't really like the muffled kind of vocals at the beginning. Maybe that's kind of the point of it, that it came in like that. But I didn't like it. I would have rather just clear vocals that you could hear all the way through. I think that part will grow on me and I will move on from it. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to check out more Billy Idol. I would say Avril Lavigne too, but I feel like that's probably not what this channel wants to hear. But Billy Idol, it might be. When did Billy Idol, what was that, 70s? Was that 70s then? No, it was the 80s. Billy Idol's debut solo album, titled simply Billy Idol, was released on July 16th, 1982. But he was probably still within that time. Would you consider him punk? I assume. I never really thought about it. I thought it was just more rock pop, but I guess he did have some kind of a more punk sound to him. I don't know. It's hard for me sometimes. I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like as time goes on and different time periods in life, like that type of music sounds different, And then there's all different types of punk and subgenres and everything else. So it's sometimes hard for me to figure out what is what, but I feel like if he's in this song, he classifies as punk. So if there's any punk fans out there, let me know what I need to check out, whether it be by him or any other band. It would be fun to dig into that. That would be a new genre dive for this channel. So yeah, let me know. Like I always say, you guys can leave song requests in the comments, or you can leave me a 90-second voicemail on speakpipe.com/NikkiReviews. It's always linked in the description if you'd rather do it that way. That's kind of fun. So yeah, tell me what you want me to hear next. All right, guys, I will end this one here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.